The leaves are starting to change. The temperatures are getting a little cooler at night. Fall is upon us here at the company in Cambridge, Ohio. As usual, we have a lot going on, and I don't want you to miss any of it. In today's episode of the podcast, I'm going to hit some of the highlights coming up in the next few months so that you don't miss anything. My name is Brad Paquette, and this is the Company Podcast. So we got a lot going on. What's new? But there are a few things in particular that I want to call your attention to today. Put these on your calendar so you don't miss them. First and foremost is our fall retreat coming up November 1st and 2nd. So here at the company, our headquarters is located in Cambridge, Ohio, which is in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. It's a really beautiful area. The leaves are just starting to change now, and it's a really opportune time to come out and visit us. So on November 1st and 2nd, you are invited to join us here for a full day on Friday and a half day on Saturday. And we're going to hang out. We're going to spend some time together. And this is a really great opportunity just to immerse yourself in what we do here and kind of see how it really works. So we'll start the day on Friday at 8:30 a.m. with some worship to Jesus. You'll join the other apprentices here like we do every day of the week at the company. And we're going to, lift our voices to the Lord and just get our day started off right. You'll have a chance to integrate with the other apprentices and enjoy some of the camaraderie here and do some writing through the morning. And then in the afternoon, I'll be giving one of my best lessons, which is on the 3 publishing paths. So, a lot of what we do here day to day is focused on helping our apprentices get the work of writing done, teaching them to become better writers, to learn more about the publishing industry, and to grow in their faith. There are a few lessons that I do, though, that are real paradigm shifters, and this is one of them. So if you're at all thinking about publishing in the next few years, you're going to want this information. So you get to join us for that. And, again, you just get to generally be a part of what we do here at the company. On Friday evening, we'll take all the retreat attendees out to dinner. That's included in the registration fee. And then you'll join us again on Saturday morning where we'll have a light breakfast for you. And at that point, we're really going to sit down. We're going to answer all your questions about the company. So this is an opportunity that's open to anybody. If you've been hanging around, you want to get some writing done, you want to hang out with some other writers. If this sounds cool to you, come out and visit us for that retreat. However, it's also a really great opportunity for anybody that's considering becoming a full-time apprentice at the company. So in some ways, this is sort of our version of a college campus visit. Now, you can come anytime. You can use our contact form. You can schedule a time to come out and visit. And we'd love to, give you a tour of the building, answer your questions and things like that. But the difference here is that we have 2 days that are really devoted to our guests. So when you come out for a private visit, I will definitely make some time for you. But you're not going to get this level of immersion, this level of exposure, and the amount of time and attention that you can get in these 2 days to really determine if this is a good fit for you. So if you have any interest in becoming a full-time apprentice, please, this is a great time to come and visit. There is a registration cost of $39, which includes, your time here at the company, including all the coffee you can drink. It includes your dinner on Friday night and the light breakfast that we provide on Saturday morning for you and a guest. So you get to bring somebody with you included in that $39 fee. I think it's a really reasonable fee just to cover our costs that it costs us to provide a resource like this. Really, if you're outside of commuting distance, your greater cost will just be in getting here and lodging for Friday night. So there's a number of hotels in the area. Cambridge, Ohio is conveniently located at the intersection of Interstate 70 and Interstate 77, but you can also camp out at Salt Fork State Park if you're adventurous. So it will be November 1st. So the evening and late night temperatures are getting a little bit cooler. So you want to be prepared for that. But if you do any camping at all, if you're used to that, then it really is a wonderful park. I believe it's Ohio's largest park. So that's available to you as well. Again, that's November 1st and 2nd. Go to writers.company and register today to reserve your spot. That will be a small group. So I believe we're accepting up to 10 registrants. And so including their guests, there's going to be maybe 20, 25, maybe 30 people in the room, but it's going to be a really small, intimate setting. Again, we want you to be able to come out, and it's not like a big hyped up event. It's like real life here. at the company. And also, we want to make sure that any questions that you have about how we do things, about what it would look like to be an apprentice here, that you have plenty of time to get those questions answered. So it'll be a low key, casual, fun environment. So that sounds interesting. Go to the website and please reserve your spot. Secondly, this is a big one. Arche Year starts the week of October 21st. So Arche Year is our part-time online program. So through Arche Year, over the course of 10 months, you are going to write a complete novel manuscript and also launch an author's marketing platform. What we mean by that is that you're going to do things like you are going to launch a professional website, and you are going to start a professional social media presence. You're going to launch a subscription-based newsletter, and you're going to go through the process to legally form your business in your state so that you're operating legally. You know how to pay your taxes off of any money that you make with your writing and things like that. So this really is essential, foundational building blocks for somebody that wants to become a professional writer. So I encourage you to take us up on this opportunity. Arche, which is the root word that we're basing Arche Year off. We pronounce it as Ark, like the Ark of the Covenant, just to make it convenient. But Arche is a Greek word that means the source or the beginning. And specifically in Greek philosophy, they use arche to indicate sort of the source of power or authority. So Greek philosophers, as they're thinking about things, if you would ask them, what is the wind made of? They would say, well, the wind is made of arche. And so that's where we derive that arc word from. It's like the beginning of everything that you need. It's the beginning of your authority and power to move forward as a writer and a publisher. And of course, we know that the real source of your power and authority to move forward is God, right? So we're not trying to usurp that at all. But it's the essential basic building blocks that you need to move forward in your career if you're serious about writing. This is a really great opportunity to explore the next steps of writing. So like maybe you have this dream of writing, but you're really not sure about it. And you're kind of thinking about it. You're kind of thinking about how much do I want to invest in it? How deep do I want to go? So this is a 1-year program that requires 10 hours per week. So it's a really good opportunity to kind of wade into the water a little bit, see what this is like, see if you actually like the work that professional writers actually do. It turns out that there are some people that like the romantic idea of writing. It seems in their mind, it seems like it would be cool to be a writer. But then when they experience what it's like to be a professional writer and the kind of tasks that you actually have to do day to day, they don't like it that much. And that's really reasonable, right? We find that with all kinds of careers. A lot of people are in 4-year colleges right now getting degrees for jobs that they're going to get out of college. They're going to go to work in that industry and they're going to figure out that they hate it. So this is a much more reasonable way to kind of get your foot in the door, see what it's really like to be a professional writer, test that out, write a complete book, get your ducks in a row, and then you're in a great position to have completed that exploration and decide, now what? Do I want to continue to invest in this or not? So Arche Year is a great opportunity to do that. Our cohorts start on October 21st. So a cohort is just a small group of writers. Most of our cohorts will have 4 to 10 other writers in there. There will be a range of, ages and skills and levels of writing experience and things like that. But generally, these are aspiring writers just like you that are excited to take the next steps with their writing project. So you're not going to be out of place. Nobody's going to laugh at you because you don't know enough or anything like that. This is for people that are kind of close to the beginning, kind of figuring things out still. So I encourage you to check this out. Those cohorts are led by published authors, by authors who have completed one of the company's programs, like the 3, our full-time apprenticeship program, or Arche Year in the past, and have actually gone on to publish. So these are people that have walked this path before you, and also that have a special gifting to be pastoral in the way that they lead these groups and help you through that. And then finally, of big stuff coming up the fall, we'll be opening up a new contest soon. And you guys that have listened to the podcast, you're getting the sneak peek here. We haven't released this information yet, but the theme will be pumpkin spice. So this contest will be judged by Tirza, who is a graduate of our full-time apprenticeship program here, and she is releasing her book, A Trader's Vow, on September 16th. So she'll be judging the contest to help celebrate the release of that book. This is the sequel to The Librarian's Ruse. It's a YA sweet romance. It's a Regency book. So it's a lot of fun if you're into, emperors and intrigue and spies and mercenaries and things like this. It's going to be great, especially if you are or know a teenage reader. So that'll be coming out. You can find that on Amazon, A Trader's Vow by Tirza. But she'll be judging the contest. We'll release the details of the contest next week. But here it is really quick. Again, sneak peek, special preview just for you podcast listeners. The theme is pumpkin spice. The deadline will be December 1st, and we'll be looking for flash fiction, so short stories that are 1,500 words or less. You can write in any genre, any style, but you need to incorporate the idea of pumpkin spice into your work in some way. You can be as creative as you want with that. You can go with like a really conventional understanding of what that means, or you could do something crazy and creative with it. It is totally up to you. But again, 1,500 words or less, December 1st is the deadline. Watch the website for the details on that. So that's the big stuff coming up in the next few months, but keep your eye on the website. Make sure that you're subscribed to the newsletter, that you're following us on social media so that you're aware of any workshops and the pro critiques and any other classes, seminars, resources, just as they pop up in the coming months. We'd love to see you at those things. So that's the news for this fall. Thank you for watching or listening to this podcast. We're really glad that you're here. I want to bless you and your writing, and I hope that we see you taking part and taking advantage of some of these opportunities coming up this fall. Bless you guys. Thank you so much for listening today. Please be sure to subscribe to this podcast wherever you listen and leave us a review. This podcast was produced by Theo Paquette with help from the company. For help with your podcast, visit writers.company. We'd love to give you a hand.